stop if waste were appropriately managed.
If every person picked up just a few pieces of litter, we would have a litter-free South Carolina.
Clean communities are safe communities.
Clean communities are good for economic development.
Clean communities are a source of pride for all of us who call this state home.
Because litter trashes everyone. To learn how you can help us work together for a litter-free South Carolina, visit palmettopride.org.
Hello, hello. Welcome. Please make yourself comfortable. Okay, let's start by watching a short video.
All kinds of kids like vape inside the bathrooms at school.
They are so easy to hide.
I just kind of tried it because it looked cool.
It looks cool. I want to talk to my parents.
Really easy to get.
Nobody knows.
I don't know how.
My dad's great. He's just not so easy to talk to.
Every year, heavy items such as tires, mattresses, and wood can fall off vehicles, ending up on our roadways, creating hazards for motorists.
And it's not just the heavy stuff. Bottles, cans, and bags of trash can shift and become loose or airborne. Materials that fall from vehicles also make up about half the debris littering the roads, adding to the cost of pickup.
Fasten your items using rope, straps, or a tarp, and double check that your load is secure.
Don't risk it. Secure your load. Visit palmettopride.org to find out more.
Not feeling like yourself lately? It could be your vape. While you may think it takes the edge off, vaping nicotine makes it harder for your brain to manage feelings of depression, stress, and anxiety. Find frequent support options at scdhec.gov.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Skeeza Basketball. Welcome to this afternoon's game. Cathedral versus Clarendon Hall, the 2A girls. You're watching Skeeza Basketball on SkeezaTV.net. And David Arwood, tell them what we got.
This is the 2A girls state championship game between Clarendon Hall and Cathedral Academy. We'll sing down to Pat Black for player introductions and the national anthem. And then I'll introduce my co-conspirators here in just a few minutes.
Guard, a junior, number 12, Mandy Wells. Number 1, Zoe Pritchard. At forward, also a senior, number 2, Sydney Berry. At forward, a senior, number 4, Macy McIntosh. And at forward, junior, number 21, Ashley Berry. The remainder of the Ladies Saints squad, number 24, Brooke Corbett. Number 10, Maggie Harrington. Number 5, Ashley Timmons. Number 13, Lacey Corbett. Number 11, Emma Brown. McKenna Jeffries, number 15. And Colleen McIntosh, number 3. The assistant coaches, Jackie McIntosh, Monica Elmore Horton, Connie Horton, and head coach Johnny Horton. Now let's meet the designated home team in their gold uniforms. The Cathedral Academy Lady Generals from North Charleston. A record of 21 wins and 6 losses on the season. They will start this afternoon at guard, a freshman, number 15, Joby Miles. Also guard, a junior, number 10, Madison Jackson. Juju DeSosa, number 21, is a senior forward. Another senior starts at forward, number 2, Claire Griffin. Jalen Almedia, number 5, is a senior guard. And the remainder of the Cathedral Academy squad, number 11, Autumn Colson. Mara Griffin, number 12. 14, Rayla Jones. 22, Lily Gammons. 32, Trinity McLeod. 34, Noelle Bricky. And the officials this afternoon, the referee is Wayne Turn. Eric Brown is the umpire. Umpire number 2 is Melvin Walters. Brandon Thompson is the official scorer. And Adam Jarecki is the clock operator. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America and to remember, recognize, and acknowledge the men and women of the United States Armed Forces who protect and defend our country so that we may enjoy a way of life that is unmatched in human history. You are asked to rise as you are able and face the flag that is located at the west end of the Suffolk County Civic Center. Please join the Saints and the Generals in offering this symbol of freedom and liberty the courtesies it deserves as prescribed by the United States Flag Code. Join in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag and remain standing for the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The national anthem of the United States.
Once again, good afternoon. Welcome to Suffolk County Civic Center. I'm David Arwood from Florence Christian. I have the privilege to elect as my co-conspirators today, the host of This Week in Skeeza Athletics podcast, Coach Neil Britton from Florence Christian, Coach Eric Ridley from Wilson Hall. Guys, glad to have y'all today.
TF1000 is being used exclusively in all tournament games.
Check in too. I think I'm on. Maybe we muted Neil. That's probably a good thing. But yeah, no, we excited to be here to take some 2AGirls action.
Yeah, I guess I was muted and understandably so, but I'm here now. Sorry I missed yesterday, guys. Y'all did a great job, by the way, and let's get going. We appreciate that. Clarendon Hall wins the toss, and they score first.
Yeah, I think that's the key. Sydney Berry, number 2. She's a playmaker for Clarendon Hall.
Lady Generals in the front court, their first possession. Griffin to hit the basketball logo. Leads off the right side, Madison Jackson. Jackson drives, leads it off with Jody Long. And Gigi DeSouza loses it, and Clarendon Hall picks it up. 2-point lead and the ball for the Lady Saints.
Yeah, curious to see. This is the third time these teams have played this year. The first game, people really had their way. The second time they played in the region was I think a 5-point, 6-point game, so should be very competitive.
Last touch by Cathedral. Saints will retain possession. 7:02 to go, first quarter, 2-0, Clarendon Hall. 3-point other way is way short by Wells. And D'Souza brings it in the front court for Lady Generals.
Yeah, I like D'Souza. I remember last year's state championship game. She had a lot of rebounds, plays a lot of energy. Early Coach Ritt, what do you think? Almeida's getting a lot of attention out there.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to isolate her as best they can. They're playing kind of a box and one tight defense, but they're kind of man with it too. They're really trying to deny Almeida.
Yeah, and she kind of rushes her first shot there. But good defense by the Saints.
Good to see Coach Johnny Horton over there for the Saints. He was out on the semifinal game, has some health stuff, so good to see him back on the sidelines. Coaching the girls in the championship game today.
Absolutely. He's got to be here today. If he was able, he'd get here. Little half-court trap by Christian Academy. That's Cathedral, sorry. They'll get the turnover.
Not a lot of size for this Cathedral team. I should say a lot of even size. A lot of the girls kind of similar height as they go through. Makes kind of a tough matchup sometimes. So you got a lot of girls that can kind of interchange where they play.
Yeah, the Saints in a triangle too. Yeah. Claire Griffin, I guess, is the other one with a 9.
Loose ball Cathedral has it. Anita with that shot is bouncing. No good. Rebound, Griffin.
Which obviously a good thought there. I mean, those two girls combining to score 33 of the 44 points per game for Cathedral so far this season.
And you really saw, that's a good place to get open in these gimmick defenses on offensive rebounds and in transition. You really got to find those two if you're the Saints.
Foul on Saints, number 12, Mandy Wells, her first personal, first team foul. For Cathedral, going to the line, number 10, 2 shots, Madison Jackson. One shot remaining for Jackson.
Jackson misses the first one. She'll have one more. 5:45 to go. 2-0 Clarendon Hall.
Jackson over the scoring.
All right, so
for Cathedral.
The Generals back in their little 1-3-1 half-court trap. We'll see how the Saints battle that.
Just over the outstretched arms there of, who's that down there, number 21 for the Saints. I don't have the roster in front of me. Neil has a special roster.
I do. That's on Ashley Berry, 21, and Sydney Berry is number 2. Now, Clarendon Saints called timeout. Clarendon Hall already with the timeout there, David Arwood.
They call a 30-second timeout. I want to call your attention, Kylie Horton over there on the Saints sideline. Kylie hit the portal this year. After being signed with Shane Beamer and quick Google search, he is still looking for his next destination in D1 football.
Well, he's definitely found one on the sidelines, helping his dad out a little bit here in the playoff run. I know he was very active on Thursday in that semifinal match. Him as well as other assistant coach, Jackie McIntosh, were both there, being pretty active in Coach Horton's absence.
He was resplendent in his Duke's Mayo Bowl hoodie.
Yeah.
Juju D'Souza brings it in the front court, right side, Jackson. Jackson into 3. Maroon jerseys loses it. And ball still free. And Ashley Berry comes up with it for Clarendon. She'll give it to Wells. Wells left side, McIntosh down low for Berry. She's triple teamed and draws the foul.
Yeah, very limited the amount of times I've seen Clarendon Hall play, but I really like number 2. I think she can be a difference for them today. The Berry, she's got probably the most size of anybody on the court from either team. I'm guessing this girl's her cousin or sister. They look kind of alike. They're both Berries. She's got good size too. So I think Cathedral's really trying to pressure them and take them out, right, and get some turnovers early before they can get it inside because they're attacking the basket really hard.
Pretty veteran group here, too, for Clarendon Hall. All juniors and seniors, starting multiple seniors. I always draw attention to that as I find it pretty interesting here in the championship game, how those seniors kind of step up.
Cathedral in the front court, trailing 4-1. D'Souza working on Berry, Sydney Berry. Off here to Madison Jackson, back up the top to Claire Griffin. Mandy Wells brings it in as fouled.
Blocking foul on Cathedral, number 15, Jovi Mom.
2 quick fouls on the freshman, Jovi Mom. Mom new to the Lady General roster this year.
Also, something interesting to watch with these type games is how deep some of these teams are getting into their bench early with fouls and things. We saw it in the 1A boys game just a moment ago. A lot of fouls that forced some bench guys to step up a little bit.
Macy McIntosh misses the shot. The ball is loose, and Clarendon Hall retrieves it. 3-pointer on the run is way short.
Yeah, I think that's twice I've seen. I think the second line.
Yeah.
It
definitely. I mean, we talk about that all the
play,
time with our guys. I mean, that second line. I mean, one of my shooters shot one like 2 feet off the blue line. I'm like, dude, that's a deep 3.
Yes, sir.
D'Souza here on the right, picked up here by Sydney Berry. Juju drives down the lane, lays it up, and good.
Yeah, that's what's going to have to happen. D'Souza's going to have to play if they're going to get them out of that triangle on 2. I think Berry would have been served better to kind of lay off of her and not come out there and pressure her. I think Coach will like that too.
Yeah.
Sydney Berry in a little bit of trouble here. Needs to get rid of it, and does to Macy McIntosh. Mandy Wells off to Sydney Berry, and another foul on Cathedral.
Something interesting to look at here. Now, I know, Neil, you're a fan of the junk defense from time to time.
I've been known to run it every now and then.
Yeah, but here for Cathedral on the season, obviously when you run a triangle and 2 like this, you're looking to see what can the other players do to hurt you. Almeida on the season has made 66 threes. Griffin with 21. The whole rest of the team has only made 4.
Wow.
And so that's something that obviously Clarendon Hall looked at and said, okay, let's make these other players hit from the perimeter and mid-range, something they're not necessarily used to doing.
Yeah, and they got to – I think the last time when Barry came out of the triangle to pressure to Souza, that can't be what Coach wants her to do, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to sit them back there and let them shoot. If they want to hold it. And that's why it was so important for Clarendon Hall to get a good start, which they have. It's hard to play junk defenses when you're losing.
Correct.
You know, so far it's working. It looks like the Generals are forcing it a little bit.
And Mandy Wells driving down the right side is fouled by Jackson. No. Almeida draws the foul.
Yeah, and she's a great –
commits the foul, I should say.
She's a great player, but all good players and scorers, they tend to get frustrated when they don't get their shots.
Yeah.
Ball is loose now after the missed shot, and D'Souza comes up with it. Pass ahead here to Griffin. Griffin will pop a shot here and make
big
it.
Shot.
Nice transition basket, Claire Griffin, and Cathedral takes their first lead at 6-5.
Yeah, that transition 3 is going to be a big deal for Cathedral if they get their 2 girls in it.
D'Souza with good defense.
Well, I think as you mentioned, that's the way to beat that triangle at 2 is get out in transition and run and get your spots early before they can pick you up. And then also getting the ball in their hands early, making them the primary ball handlers where now you're more one-on-one and can create a little bit more.
Clarendon Hall, number 1, Zoe Pritchard.
Pritchard commits the foul for the Lady Saints. Second team foul of the quarter on Clarendon Hall.
Of the quarter.
I think it's also a big deal. You see the 2 young ladies that are denying and playing man-to-man down here in the triangle on 2 is how long they can sustain it. You know, that's a lot of work.
Griffin with another shot. She has 4.
Number 2, Claire Griffin.
Cathedral extends the lead to 8-5. Saints in the front court, immediately double teamed, and the defense forces a carry from Sydney Berry, and the Lady Gerals will have it back. 2:05 to go first quarter. 8-5.
You got to think that this isn't the first time that Cathedral's seen a triangle on 2 this year either.
I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah.
The Maroon faithful wanted to travel, didn't get it. Jackson with the ball.
Yeah, forced Cathedral into a timeout.
30-second timeout. Lady Generals. We'll take 1-2. You're watching SkeezaTV.net.
Maggie Harrington.
Hello, hello. Welcome. Please make yourself comfortable. Okay, let's start by watching a short video.
All kinds of kids like vape inside the bathrooms at school.
They are so easy to hide.
I just kind of tried it because it looked cool.
It looks cool. I want to talk to my parents.
Really easy to get.
Nobody knows.
I don't know how.
My dad's great. He's just not so easy to talk to.
Welcome back to the Civic Center. 1:47 to go, opening quarter of the Class 2A Girls Championship game. Cathedral with the ball and a 3-point lead. Juju D'Souza at the logo. She'll come down the left side, drop back into the lane against 3 maroon jerseys and lay it up and short. Sydney Berry with a rebound for Clarendon Hall. Saints into front court. Berry underhands it here for a 3-pointer by Wells is no good. And Almeida with the steal. And here come the Lady Generals.
Yeah, I can tell Sydney Berry calls a timeout there a second ago. She doesn't like to sit on this triangle, too. Yeah. She wants to come out there and play aggressive.
Almeida's shot is no good. And Mara Griffin picks it up. She's in now. And a 3-pointer is rolling in and out by Griffin, no good.
Yeah, but you see the transition, and they got loose two times. The long rebounds have really helped the Generals get some freedom for their shooters.
That's right. That's kind of where any kind of junk defense is going to break down because you're not used to playing. This isn't obviously defense they play every day, and so you're not used to some of the rebounds, the where to box out, where to go, where to help, things like that.
2 fouls on Zori Pritchard early. Almeida makes the first free throw. She'll have one more. 9-5 Cathedral, 55 seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah, looks like both coaches are going to go to the bench here after this free throw for at least the last minute, get a little blow for some of their players.
Second shot is good. Substitutions in 13-4 for the Saints, 15-32 for the Lady Generals. One shot remaining for the shooter, Jalen Almeida.
Second shot good by Almeida.
Third shot, rather, is also good.
Oh, she made all three. No, she made two. 47 seconds left in the first quarter.
There's a lot of basketball left, but I feel like Clarendon Hall's been sitting on 5 for a long time. They really need a bucket. Man, that's deep.
Almeida with a rebound for Cathedral. 30 seconds left in quarter number 1. She'll drive, leave it off there, and a layup good. Pretty McClam just came in the game and got a layup.
Yeah, the Saints were in man that time, and Almeida with a great drive. The help came and a perfect dish.
Wells on the left, leaves it off here. Maggie Harrington down low. Wells misses the layup and draws the foul from Cathedral.
1.4 left in the clock. That's a tough foul there.
Yeah, Sydney Berry again goes hard to the basket. She's looking for contact. She gets off 2 offensive rebounds in that possession, and she'll go to the foul line.
2 shots. Number 2, Sydney Berry. Berry makes the first, 1 remaining.
Berry with 5 early on, and Cathedral will just hold the ball to the end of the first quarter. We played the first 8 minutes. We'll step out and be right back. You're watching the Class 2A Girls State Championship game on SkeezaTV.net.
Every year, heavy items such as tires, mattresses, and wood can fall off vehicles, ending up on our roadways, creating hazards for motorists.
And it's not just the heavy stuff. Bottles, cans, and bags of trash can shift and become loose or airborne. Materials that fall from vehicles also make up about half the debris littering the roads, adding to the cost of pickup.
Fasten your items using rope, straps, or a tarp, and double check that your load is secure.
Don't risk it. Secure your load. Visit palmettopride.org to find out more.
Not feeling like yourself lately? It could be your vape. While you may think it takes the edge off, vaping nicotine makes it harder for your brain to manage feelings of depression, stress, and anxiety. Find frequent support options at scdhec.gov.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I want to remind you of the Boxcast TV app. If you have a Roku TV or a Roku device or an Apple TV 4, you can download Boxcast and then tune to Skiza TV, SCISA TV. David?
That will not work on your Motorola black and white you have at home.
Well, I can't help that. I can't get one of the big color TVs.
I mean, they must have them down somewhere in Manning, don't they?
I want the heavy one.
Okay, I got you. Back here to live action, and Cathedral knocks it out of bounds. It'll remain Clarendon Hall's ball. 13-7, Lady Generals.
Yeah, the first quarter, I thought Clarendon Hall played real well. The first half, I thought Cathedral dominated the second half. You know, obviously it's a real good game right here. That's a big shot.
Oh,
big shot.
Big three-pointer by Macy McIntosh, who called glass, by the way. I heard her. And steal here by Lacey Corbett, who's in now for Clarendon Hall. And down low, looking for Lacey Corbin, knocks it out. Bazzer will remain with the Lady Saints, who have cut to 3, 13-10, 7:26 to go, first half.
A lot of activeness from the Cathedral defense. They've deflected a lot of passes here today.
There's another one. To clean it up is Sydney Berry. She draws the foul.
Yeah, she plays hard. She goes hard to the rim. Don't know if she's a great she made a couple free throws. She hadn't made anything around the basket yet, but she's tough.
Yeah.
2 shots for number 2.
And getting, again, attacking Cathedral a little bit here, getting them a little bit of foul trouble early, which has to benefit the Saints.
First foul of the quarter on Cathedral. First foul on Juju D'Souza. One more shot for Sydney Berry.
Judging by that first quarter, not that we can tell everything by that, but I don't think either team wants to play a whole lot of girls.
No, yeah, not super deep teams. And you see that a lot at the 1A, 2A, the smaller school level. You've got maybe a big roster, but when it comes to the big games, your roster shrinks a little bit. Your rotation shrinks a little bit. So,
and stolen away here, Claire Griffin. And just got too fast for her own good. Wayne turned right there to alertly call the double dribble. It'll be Clarendon Hall basketball, trailing by 2, 7:09 and counting, first half.
Yeah, so Ashley Berry just came back in for the Saints. She gives a little extra energy here.
Almeida with the steal and the layup.
Yeah, that was a very senior move right there.
Yeah.
She's been there before. She's being a lot more patient than she was early, looking for her shot.
Yeah, that's a second foul on Juju D'Souza.
yeah, kind of opposite of the last game. The 1A boys game, a lot of youth shown in the court, a lot of 8th, 9th graders, no seniors other than Chaz Beachy. This game, both sides, the very senior-heavy groups. It's juniors and senior-heavy. Really kind of that experience. It'll be interesting to see that difference in how they play.
Yeah, I think like you said earlier, Clarendon Hall has a lot of, they're all juniors and seniors. However, none of them have been here.
Been here, correct.
Where
Cathedral has.
Yeah. We got another offensive rebound by Berry.
Couldn't get to fall, but Clarendon Hall hangs on to it. And Melvin Waters calls the jump.
Yeah, and at Cathedral, they're a little more mixed. They have some youth, but they have those 2 or 3 girls. I mean, Griffin and Almeida and D'Souza, who had to check out with fouls. That's going to be something to really watch for right here.
Yeah, all 3 seniors. They've been in this game multiple times.
Can't. 3-balled away here by Almeida is no good. Claire Griffin with the rebound and another double dribble.
Yeah, so Cathedral's really starting to screen this triangle a lot, and it's confusing Clarendon Hall some. They're losing their girls. They were fortunate not to give up that 3 just now to Almeida, but I would definitely continue doing that.
Yeah, I think when you screen that top of the, screen the person or screen the top of the zone, it confuses on who's going to pick up next.
Yeah, and I think you tell a lot about their man rules. If they normally switch man-to-man on their normal rules, it's different.
Maggie Harrington knocks the ball out of bounds. Clarendon Cathedral retains, and Griffin will work it in bounds. McClam now with the ball, looking to give it up to somebody. That pass snared by Claire Griffin. Griffin will take a shot and bats away, no good. Ashley Berry with the rebound. She'll get it out here to Wells. They'll bring it in the front court. Long pass here to Sydney Berry and calls the foul on an unsuspecting Claire Griffin.
I think that foul was on 15, actually. That was on Joby Mom.
Yeah, a little freshman Mom.
She kind of hit her in the face. She went to go by her. That was a good call.
And once again, Berry just to the rim. Right hand every time, going hard.
Berry makes the first of 2 shots into the Generals, number 10.
That is 3 fouls now on number 15, Joby Mom, the freshman guard for Cathedral, her 3rd here in the first half.
So you have Mom out with 3. You have D'Souza on the bench with 2. Really going to test the resolve of this Generals bench right here. 2-point game, David Arwood.
5:20 to go, second quarter. Alameda, good defense hard by McIntosh. Now Griffin has it, working on Mandy Wells. Mara Griffin gives it off here to Claire. A little floater is good.
Thought that was a good job there, cutting the basket. A lot of time when the defense is so extended trying to deny you the ball, a good backdoor cut will be there. And it's on the triangle, as we mentioned, to kind of react and help, and they just didn't that time.
Steal by the Generals, Alameda. She'll take a three and hit it. 7 for Alameda and a 7-point lead for the defending 2A state champions. And Johnny Horton says, let's have a conversation. We'll step out for a break. You're watching SkeezaTV.net.
People who would litter would stop.
If waste were appropriately managed.
If every person picked up just a few pieces of litter, we would have a litter-free South Carolina.
Clean communities are safe communities.
Clean communities are good for economic development.
Clean communities are a source of pride for all of us who call this state home.
Because litter trashes everyone. To learn how you can help us work together for a litter-free South Carolina, visit palmettopride.org.
Hello.
Back at the Civic Center alongside Rip Ripley and Neil Minton, I'm David Arwood. 4:38 to go. First half 2A Girls Championship game.
Yeah, good timeout by Coach Horton right there. Kind of settled down. They had fought all the way back, and then Cathedral's hit a little run. Almeida gets 5 straight. So we'll see what kind of adjustments they make. You see D'Souza back in for the Generals. If I'm Clarendon Hall, I'm attacking her, trying to get her third foul.
D'Souza with the steal, pass ahead to Alameda, being chased by Barry, and lays it in. Alameda has 9, and it's a 9-point lead for the defending state champions. And the layup here is good.
Really good pass from Barry to Barry on that one. Maybe that'll be the adjustment if Barry can stay up top. She's a strong passer. I know you want her around the rim, but that was a great pass.
Alameda here is fouled.
Good contact, good call.
Mandy Wells picks up her second.
Part of playing this kind of a junk defense, too, is how many girls do you have that can play that style of defense on somebody? So if you start, there's a second foul there on number 12, who else can come in and provide that type pressure will be something Clarendon Hall will have to look at.
Yeah, and I think he's already got Pritchard over there who was denying also on the bench. So they're starting to look a little confused now a little bit, too. I think they're kind of back in man now.
They get the turnover, though.
They forced D'Souza to throw it out of bounds. It'll be Lady St. Paul trailing by 7.
I know we got a couple games left, but this so far definitely the most attended game of our championships Friday, Saturday.
D'Souza with the steal, lead past Alameda, who brings it back out.
Barry wasn't going to let her hit that three that time, buddy. She chased her all the way out there.
Little floater here by Claire Griffin is no good. Lady Saints with the rebound. Yeah, I suspect there are very few people left in Summerton this afternoon. Mandy Wells with her first 2 points of the game is a 5-point lead now for Cathedral.
Really good shot by Wells right there.
Jackson's shot blocked away, but Cathedral gets it back, and now Jackson will set it back up.
Yeah, Cindy Barry with a big block, but there's D'Souza again with a great hustle. I mean, she's just a hustle kind of player. She really is.
Jackson here to Griffin. Griffin at the free throw line, pops it and misses. Battle for the rebound off the foot of a Slade Saint. It's going to be Cathedral with possession. Alameda drives on Wells. She'll shoot and miss. Scramble for the rebound, out of bounds. Last touch by Cathedral.
Substitution bid for Cathedral number 12, Laura Griffin, and for number 1, Zoe Pritchard for the Saints.
Pritchard back in for the Saints, like Neil was saying, playing that defense there.
Yeah, this is the first time Barry's been back out, but now Cathedral's dropped out of their 1-3-1. He's trying to get some people out of foul trouble.
Yeah,
too.
a little 2-3 here, 2-1-2, I guess really you call it. Also trying to maybe pack the low block and prevent Barry from where she's wreaking the most havoc, which is on the block, getting some rebounds, although she's not in there right now.
That's the other Barry with another offensive rebound, Ashley.
Macy McIntosh misses a 3.
Good hustle by Pritchard. Oh, they caught her for the walk. That's tough.
Nobody in Somerton like that call, guys.
No, not at all.
Especially not the policeman who works I-95.
But a good hustle by Pritchard. You see her be back in. She's a good speed, hustle person for the Saints. She's had to sit a lot of this half out.
So now you've got Barry on Griffin. I guess D'Souza took an extra step. Good call there. That's a good call. She took a little extra step there. She gathered to go up.
Yeah, they got Almeida out the game right here for this last minute and a half. So kind of changed defensively what they were doing just now. 5-point game, Saints with the ball.
Saints in the front court. Wells here, top of the circle. Ashley Berry's a 3-pointer. Macy McIntosh. Good and a foul.
Well, the call is away from the basket. The call was away from the shot, I should say. Under the basket. Wow. So I think we're going to have Wayne Turn and the officials talk here. That was an off-the-ball foul, so I believe the basket will count. The basket will count. I believe the foul was against Clarendon Hall. Coach Jarecki and the scorekeeper is asking for some clarification on that. So I think what we have there is an off-the-ball foul. The ball's already in the air, so the shot counts. But it will be Cathedral ball.
All right, if I'm coaching right now, I'm trying to figure out why that's not our ball.
If you mean why the basket counts?
I know. The basket should count, but I'm asking why is that not our ball too?
Oh, I think actually, yes.
They trade possession.
Well, no, the foul was on Clarendon Hall.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the foul was on Clarendon Hall, yeah.
I can't hear very well up here. I apologize for that.
All right, Cathedral is up with the ball. D'Souza driving, leaves it off, intercepted Clarendon Hall. And travel. Good defense, Cathedral. And the Somerton faithful completely salty right now.
It's a straight man here by the Saints. I look for Griffin and Almeida to go to work right here, get some penetration going.
And as you said, those Almeida bounces one, no good. Rebound, D'Souza, no good. Scramble for the rebound. Clarendon Hall up and running. Harrington looking and finding Sydney Berry.
And we've got ourselves a ball game.
22 all. Lace Hiskett regained the lead here. Here's a 3 on the way. Bouncing no good. Jackson with the rebound.
I really thought that was going in. That's a big shot.
And Griffin, she'll take a 3 at the buzzer. And we are all square at the half.
See, they heard Rip Ripley's commentary earlier that Clarendon Hall was stuck at 5 forever, so they decided to pick up the pace.
I told Sharp I thought I was going to bring the hex of the bad game. Remember last year, every girls' game was a blowout?
Yeah.
So, but not so far. That's a great half.
Well, thank you very much for leaving that at home.
Yeah, we'll take a break here. We come back, Neil and Rip will talk about this week in Skeeza Athletics. A little extra bonus episode, their third one of the week.
Amen.
And we'll be back in just a moment.
For your basketball tournament, only one ball can be considered for exclusive use in all games. basketball that was literally made for the game. The original rules of basketball, written by Dr. James Naismith himself when he created his new game, stated that the Spalding basketball shall be the official ball. Spalding official game then and remains true to the game as the official ball of the 2024 Independent School Basketball Tournament. The Spalding Model PF1000 is being used exclusively in all tournament games, including this one.
Were appropriately managed.
If every person picked up just a few pieces of litter, we would have a litter-free South Carolina.
Clean communities are safe communities.
Clean communities are good for economic development.
Clean communities are a source of pride for all of us who call this state home.
Because litter trashes everyone. To learn how you can help us work together for a litter-free South Carolina, visit palmettopride.org.
Hello, hello. Welcome. Please make yourself comfortable. Okay, let's start by watching a short video.
All kinds of kids like vape inside the bathrooms at school.
They are so easy to hide.
I just kind of tried it because it looked cool.
It looks cool.
I want to talk to my parents.
Really easy to get.
Nobody knows.
I don't know how.
My dad's great. He's just not so easy to talk to.
Every year, heavy items such as tires, mattresses, and wood can fall off vehicles, ending up on our roadways, creating hazards for motorists.
And it's not just the heavy stuff. Bottles, cans, and bags of trash can shift and become loose or airborne. Materials that fall from vehicles also make up about half the debris littering the roads, adding to the cost to pick up.
Fasten your items using rope, straps, or a tarp, and double check that your load is secure.
Don't risk it. Secure your load. Visit palmettopride.org to find out more.
Not feeling like yourself lately? It could be your vape. While you may think it takes the edge off, vaping nicotine makes it harder for your brain to manage feelings of depression, stress, and anxiety. Find frequent support options at scdhec.gov.
Pride in South Carolina, the South Carolina Independent Schools Association.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Skiza Basketball Weekend on skizatv.net, and I hope you're having a great weekend and enjoying yourself. Watching some basketball. If you're in the local area or if you're coming out this evening, don't forget to share and like this broadcast of skizatv.net. If you have a smart television, we would like for you to look at our Boxcast app. Go to Boxcast, download that from your app store, and then what you'll want to do is simply search for Skiza TV, SCISA TV, and there you can watch it on the biggest screen in your house. It's a nice quality, looks great, and you know what? After Skiza Basketball, there are plenty of other universities and colleges that use Boxcast. I think we've got some basketball information coming up. Dave, tell us what we got.
Yeah, well, one of my favorite podcasts over the last several years has been the This Week in Skiza Athletics that's hosted by my co-conspirators here today, Neil Minton and Rip Ripley. And guys, talk about your podcast for a bit for those who haven't had the privilege to listen to an episode, and then just kind of recap this first half of basketball.
Well, I mean, Rip, I think we have a good time doing it. We try to do it to promote our Skiza schools and Skiza players, and, and also just keep people informed. And that's kind of where I guess it started from. That was the heartbeat of it. The first year we were able to get a lot of coaches on, which I missed that. We haven't been able to do this past year.
I agree.
But it's also just very hard with the time that we have, all the different hats that you and I wear. But we are just trying to get information out there, and I do appreciate so many coaches that have reached out, try to communicate with me and you with our website. We have a little SCISA page on our Skiza on Facebook, and we kind of talk about Skiza school board news. We get on there and give scores and whatnot and post it. But Rip, what's your favorite part about it?
Yeah, I think it's good to just spread information. Podcasting is such an interesting area. I've talked about it before. Really, my first experience with it was when I did Will and Neil's Final Four. We talked about Skiza athletes, greatest Skiza athletes of all time.
That might have been the greatest podcast of all time.
It might have been number one on Spotify playlist, I think. But no, that was my first experience. It was fun. Look, I'll talk sports all day, and I'll talk Skiza sports all day. And so I think that both of us growing up being Skiza guys, and we've been around this thing for a while now as players and coaches and multiple sports and administration now. I think that we see a lot of it. I think that's an exciting opportunity for us to be able to spread information amongst our schools. I agree. I like the coaches element of it. I think in the spring it's tough because there's so many sports going on, but there's almost too many sports going on that I think we could actually narrow some episodes down and talk about certain sports and have some more guests on to talk about skis a little bit more. Good opportunity to talk about your schools and what's going on in your area, your region, whatever it may be. I agree. I did enjoy that part of it as well. But, yeah, I think it's just we get together each week and kind of talk skis sports and what's going on. Mostly football, basketball during the fall and winter, but we work in other sports as well and try to get this some love and try to just get information out there.
Yeah, when you get the one of the things that a point of emphasis both you guys made, especially over the last maybe season and a half of your podcast, is a plea for schools to update their information in places like Max Preps. Do you think that's gotten any better? I think it may have a little bit. By maybe your influence or maybe people trying?
I do think so, and I know how hard it is as a AD at a 3A school to take the time to put something on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. And a lot of the bigger schools, they have SIDs or people who do that.
Yeah.
The smaller schools don't have that usually,
no.
But I think there's a parent or there's a volunteer that would be willing to.
For sure.
If coaches or ADs would just, hey, slow down, think about it, and think about who you could ask.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to put their kids' information on there, man.
100%. Well, that's what, I know for Wilson Hall specifically, I run our social accounts through Wilson Hall, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, things like that. And that's what I tell my coaches all the time. Like, look, you don't have to do it, but I promise you, there's even a senior player that can do, that can send me the results, and then we get it posted. There is someone around your program who is into wanting to promote these kids, and I think that's something that schools can look into maybe a little bit more to find those people, identify those people that can do it. Sometimes it's even the random teacher at the school that maybe just goes to the games and likes watching them. There's different ways to get involved where it doesn't have to fall into a head coach's plate necessarily.
Yeah, and I think I love the fact that we come here, and I don't know how I'm going to age myself a little bit. I played on this court 27 years ago, right? Played against Kevin Rose my junior year, and old Skeezer guys, or the Skeezer royalty, as you might say. And, I look over there, and I see Glenn Rector, and I see Jan Stoudemire down there, and Ken Callahan's walking by, and like these are Skeezer lifers, right?
Yes.
And
they are
it's cool
legends
to be part of it.
in this association.
That's right.
But then we have these new schools too that weren't here and there that are making their mark and leaving their mark, and so it's fun to be part of. I feel blessed to be a part of Skeezer and part of the podcast, and I've enjoyed getting to know Rip over the last couple of years more and more. Instead of us just glaring at each other when we play each other at Wilson Hall.
I'll be the first to say, as a Florence Christian guy, Wilson Hall is no longer the evil empire we thought it was. I mean,
that's your opinion, David. That's your opinion. I mean,
that might be debated still, but no, I think that I agree with that. And I got a message from one of my former players from Orangeburg that was listening to the broadcast yesterday, watching the Carter Newman game. He even referenced. He's like, the court doesn't look the same as the old tile court. He's like, I don't know if the Civic Center. That was the Civic Center a lot of us played on and remember, and to see the league kind of evolve. And again, that's kind of the point of what we do with the podcast, is just getting information out there. We both have done stuff for our schools individually as well. We have our own school podcast, and we promote our kids in-house a little bit more, but anything like that. And to be honest, look, it's not rocket science. Me and Neil can figure out how to do it and record it and post it pretty quickly. Like, if there are other schools out there.
I'm not even the guy. I mean, I'm
there are other schools out there, like, you can absolutely do this to help spread information and get information about your schools. We definitely encourage that.
And we would be more than happy to help guide you
Absolutely.
through it.
And here's a case in point. I help administer the Skeezer Scoreboard and News Facebook group.
Yep.
And today, Jeff Strickland posted a fun fact about Clarendon Hall. This is their first state championship appearance since 1974.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty amazing. All right, let's see. We start out the second half.
Got a foul.
Almeida, it's going to be on Almeida.
No, I think it was on
General number 10.
Jackson.
That's her first foul of the game, first foul of the quarter on Cathedral, and that 2 shots from Andy Wells. Wells can break the tie here and misses the first.
Yeah, Yeah, Wells is a junior. She's done a pretty good job handling the ball. She really looks for a shot. You can tell she's one of those girls. She can shoot the ball well. She hadn't been on fire here yet today, but she keeps firing it up. Get to the foul line will help get that stroke. That was a good stroke, and Clarendon Hall has the lead.
First lead in a while for the Lady Saints. Griffin to bring it into front court. Picked up here by Macy McIntosh. And a little shuffle here to Alameda. A little floater is bouncing, no good. Rebound, Barry.
Yeah, Clarendon Hall came out straight man.
And Griffin with the steal stole it back by Clarendon Hall. Here's Wells. It's a 2. Her foot on the line, but she's got the first 3 points of the quarter. And it's a 3-point lead for Clarendon Hall.
Yeah, I mean, I try to tell my son and other shooters all the time, when you're struggling with your shot, get to the foul line. And that's what she did, and she looked very confident stepping into that one. Good defense by Barry.
Clarendon Hall back with it. Pritchard hands it off to Mandy Wells. Picked up here by Madison Jackson. 7 to go, third quarter.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are settled in and just playing half-court man-to-man right here.
And that'll be interesting what Clarendon Hall does. I mean, it is kind of weird when you go off of that triangle and 2. Does it allow the players for Cathedral to get loose and get some shots, which could really alter this game?
Yeah, the last time, but Sydney Berry, even though her man's trying to spread her out, she did a good job really sitting back, and she's really in what I call heavy help.
So actually, I think we're having like almost a 3-eye here. What I would call a 3-eye.
Yeah,
so
it is.
We're kind of denying all 3 with the 2 post players sitting in the paint to help.
Yeah, they're kind of in a 1-1. You got the Berries in a little 1, like a 3-on-2 break is how they're playing it probably.
D'Souza intercepts the Clarendon Hall pass. Almeida picks up the loose ball. She'll come back out, drive back into the lane over Barry, hit it.
She's pretty confident, isn't she? I mean, she's cool, calm.
Almeida
nice
in
floater.
double figures with 11 and a 1-point lead for Clarendon Hall. Pritchard working on Jalen Almeida. Left side, Barry. Long 3 is long. And they'll call a jump ball.
I don't know. I don't hate that shot. I don't think she looks like she's a three-point shooter all the time, but as good as they offensive rebound, I mean, I had no problem with it. Pritchard picking up Almeida away full court here. See how maybe trying to wear her down a little bit.
Griffin now backs it back out. They'll set it back up. Trailing
so
by
they're
1.
denying Mom here as well as one of the 3. That's a good way to attack that. Good pass.
Happen. That's right. Madison Jackson.
Wells in trouble. And Sydney Berry gets it now. She's double teamed here at the right. Bounce past Wells. Wells driving Alameda back out to Pritchard from the free throw line. Is bouncing no good. And Juju D'Souza secures the rebound for Cathedral. Long baseball pass here. Intended for Claire Griffin, goes out of bounds. Lady Saints will have the basketball. Exactly 5 minutes to go.
So I've seen this a lot this game. On every defensive rebound, there's some offensive players really diving in, trying to attack the ball, whether trap or get a jump ball, and that does allow for a lot of transition. They just have to rip it and look forward, and that's one way to beat that. Get to stop that. Nice shot right there by Clarendon Hall.
Maggie Harrington got a favorable roll, and now it's a 1-point lead. Again, and the lead goes back.
Number 5 for the Generals, Jalen Almeida.
Almeida has 13, and the Generals have 28.
Scoring's picked up a little bit here as we start the third quarter.
Joey Mom now defended Madison Jackson on Wells. Wells is driving, knocked away Jackson. Giving it over to Alameda. Here come the Generals. They want to run.
Good pass.
That was a great pass and another good pass.
Griffin couldn't finish it off, and they'll call a jump.
This is getting intense, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, both teams really pushing the ball a little bit here, getting physical.
With state championship, it should be.
Yeah, not a lot of foul calls here in the third quarter, which can sometimes lead to be more physical.
Yeah, both teams kind of extending the defense, too, has allowed more action to go. And the defense has really picked up the pressure. Can they sustain it for 12 more minutes? I guess we'll see.
This is Harrington now, leaves it off here with another held ball. Alameda reaches in and ties her up. Possession arrow favors the Lady Generals.
Number 1, Zoe Pritchard. Generals have the possession.
That last possession, D'Souza was in there guarding Sydney Berry, almost guarding her from rebounding. Like, she was boxing her out the entire time, just trying to prevent that offensive rebound.
All right, so Coach.
And Isaac Brown calls a timeout for Cathedral.
I feel like I think he's got a good idea now. I mean, the tempo hadn't allowed him to really set something up a whole lot. I think after that last possession, they saw the drive and the kick to the weak side. I think he's got to. I think he sees something he wants to try to draw up to help his girls.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing too. Anytime you have a junk style defense, and we call it junk defense, it's just a strategy, right?
Sure,
but having that style is something just different that it does cause problems as a coach because you're trying to figure out, all right, how are they playing it? Because even in that 3-eye type format, you can play it different ways, right? You can sit both ladies on the block. You can sit them in a stack formation. You can do it different ways that can be harder to offensively attack. But once you figure out what they're doing, there's ways you can move people around a little bit.
So from the coach's standpoint here, like last time, if you attack it and that one girl steps up, the bottom of the eye steps up, that backside block's open.
Should
so
be
that
open
top of the eye, the dot of the eye's got to
Yeah.
drop backside.
Yep.
And, as much as you might say that as a coach, hey, we got to do it this way, it's hard to rep that in practice because you don't know what the other team's going to run.
And I can't imagine they've done this, again, defense a lot in practice or even in games.
All right, Cathedral inbound here to D'Souza.
Looks more just straight man now.
Jackson has her shot blocked. And Lady Saints will bring it into front court, trailing by 1, 3:27 and counting, third quarter.
That was another good block by Ashley Berry.
Harrington.
Basket, Maggie Harrington.
4 points off the bench for Maggie Harrington, and the Saints have the lead 29-28.
She really attacked the basket well there. Kind of got in there with the trees.
Good help.
Souza blocked away. Gets it back. Working on Sydney Berry and draws the foul on Sydney Berry.
Foul on Lady Saint number 2, Sydney Berry.
One of those calls, kind of like last night we talked about on the broadcast or the 4A game. A lot of people would ask, why is the referee up at trail calling that under the basket? Well, because the drive started in his zone, and his job is to follow that player until the ball's passed. So while, yes, there's another Fisher lead that has an angle, he's not necessarily watching that. He's watching the off-ball stuff underneath the basket to see if there's anything rebounding or backside because the trail official there had the ball until it is passed.
They're all looking at the ball, Rip. I don't care what you say.
Nah, come on now.
I'm teasing. Not Wayne Turn.
Wayne would never. Wayne's looking to see who he can tee up next.
Yeah, whenever they dribble across and they jump that trap, they're really struggling.
Well,
they struggled with
unfortunately, Clarendon Hall kind of is going to the no-no spots as far as the trap goes. Like, don't go right across that court and pick it up, and they've gone there a few times. Cathedral's showing that trap. We saw that last game a little bit as well.
We were all square 29 again, and Jackson will take a shot and rolls it in.
Number 10 spins it in.
Yeah, I think they needed that. So here's that 1-3-1 again. The middle, you got to move it early, and they just keep dribbling to it.
Right to it, yep.
Griffin knocks it away and loses it out of bounds. Oh, basically, last touch by Claire Griffin.
Trinity McLam in for Cathedral. For Clarendon Hall, number 13.
All right, they got, okay, I'm about to say, they got 6 girls on the court. That can't be good. So if they just split the top, get somebody in the middle, I think they could break this if they remove the ball side to side a little bit. But Almeida's real crafty. You see how she's playing right in between them. She's really going to make that girl dribble across.
And the ball stolen away by Cathedral. Alameda leaves it off here with Claire Griffin for 2. 8 points for Claire Griffin and a 4-point lead for Cathedral. Clarendon bringing it in the front court.
I mean,
and stolen away again. Alameda on Sydney Berry. Gives it off to Claire Griffin. Back into a wide open Mass Junction, but recovered and blocked away.
Oh, there's a 3 right here. Oh, great block by Berry again. So Cathedral is cheating every natural pass to the middle and the play side.
Clarendon
If they could get
Hall
one to the backside, it's layup.
participating
I mean, they are so
in the
close to getting
lineup
layups.
number
Either,
21,
but, you know,
Juju D'Souza.
it's a feast-famine defense is what it is.
For sure. Well, I like the move going to it here where while your girl's a little bit tired, so are Clarendon. Sometimes when you are more tired, you make some of those mental mistakes. You don't find that open person.
Wells walks it into front court, picked up by Almeida. The ball gets loose, and Mom has it for Cathedral. Leads it off with Jackson. Cross court pass to Almeida. She'll drive, step back, three-pointer, good. Jalen Almeida has 16 points.
Very good shot.
Do you think that's a senior who's been here before and done that?
Timeout. Clarendon Hall. We'll take 1-2. 36-29 Cathedral. You're watching SkeezaTV.net.
People who would litter would stop.
If waste were appropriately managed.
If every person picked up just a few pieces of litter, we would have a litter-free South Carolina.
Clean communities are safe communities.
Clean communities are good for economic development.
Clean communities are a source of pride for all of us who call this state home.
Because litter trashes everyone. To learn.
And we're back here at the Civic Center. 1:06 to go, third quarter. Alongside Rip Ripley and Neil Minton, I'm David Arwood. We're bringing you the Class 2A Girls Skeeza State Championship basketball game. Clarendon Hall, after the timeout, has the ball with Wells. Picked up by Alameda. Helping out is Jackson. Sydney Berry way out front with it. She's double teamed. Gives it off here to Ashley Berry. And intercepted Jalen Almeida. It's a 1-on-2. She'll drive it and off the bottom of the backboard, and McClam there to clean it up, misses the layup, and a traveling violation on Trinity McClam, and she's a little slow to get up, but she seems to be okay.
There's a lot of contact on that last take. Got to be something, I feel like. That'll be a block her charge.
Yeah, you know me, I don't like to criticize officials, Rip.
Yeah. Well.
That would be like either one of you to do that.
No, not at all. I do think it's better when they get Barry up here and help him beat it. And she draws another foul going hard. I don't think strategically I like what they're doing, but personnel-wise, that was a good move to get
For
her
sure,
out.
yeah. Again, getting the ball right across half court and pick it up is tough. I'd rather you pick it up before you get to half court.
Right, move it
At least
early.
then you've got some opportunities to throw it back across or attack the backside. It's hard to beat a zone press just dribbling through it like that. It's just it's tough.
Well, I'll say this too, and I learned this a lot when I switched from going from boys to girls. That's a lot tougher. That diagonal pass is a lot tougher for these girls to make than the guys to make.
It is. I do agree with that.
Especially on this big court. It's a lot of room.
Yeah, you can see some of that clarity. I saw Pritchard that last time. She was jumping up and down, and she was open, but still the angle was tough to get it to her all the way across court like that.
38-30 Cathedral inside of 23 seconds to go third quarter. Jackson working on Sydney Berry. Leads it off here with Maura Griffin.
And it's a big stop right here for the Saints. They really need a stop.
Jackson now dribbles right on top of the key, goes out, goes right, and she double dribbled it.
I said 5.5 seconds. Yeah, got to. If they could hit this middle and diagonal, they'll get a layup right here.
Number 22 for Cathedral checks in, Lily Gammon.
Lily Gammon's in here to give Almeida a break for the last 5 seconds. And that shot is short. Rebound Cathedral. We play 3. The Class 2A girls basketball season has 8 minutes remaining. And right now it's advantage Lady Generals. It's 36-30 Cathedral. We'll be right back.
Hello, hello. Welcome. Please make yourself comfortable. Okay, let's start by watching a short video.
All kinds of kids like vape inside the bathrooms at school.
They are so easy to hide.
I just kind of tried it because it looked cool.
It looks cool. I want to talk to my parents.
Really easy to get.
Nobody knows.
I don't know how.
My dad's great. He's just not so easy to talk to.
Every year, heavy items such as tires, mattresses, and wood can fall off vehicles, ending up on our roadways, creating hazards for motorists.
And it's not just the heavy stuff. Bottles, cans, and bags of trash can shift and become loose or airborne. Materials that fall from vehicles also make up about half the debris littering the roads, adding to the cost of pickup.
Fasten your items using rope, straps, or a tarp, and double check that your load is secure.
Don't risk it. Secure your load. Visit palmettopride.org to find out more.
All right, 8 minutes remaining in this game, and Cathedral Academy with the ball and the 6-point lead, 36-30.
All right, so the Saints are back in the triangle in 2. That quarter, what the difference was, I thought there was a lot less fouls, so I think the foul trouble might not be as big a factor as we think.
Almeida with 2 more.
And this has been a game I feel like Clarendon Hall's played really good in stretches and controlled tempo, and then Cathedral's just made some good runs.
Yeah.
Ashley Berry's shot went out of bounds off a Cathedral player. The Saints will retain possession. Pritchard will shoot right off the inbound. Is no good. Rebound D'Souza. It's 3-on-2. Good pass to Griffin, but she loses it, grabs it back. D'Souza will shoot a 3. Give it to her.
Point basket, number 21.
Big three-pointer by Juju.
Yeah, that was a big shot. That's 11 points. That's a big lead. That's going to be tough for the Saints. They don't have that prolific scorer, to turn to, but, they've been tough. They had a big comeback already in this tournament, so we'll see what happens.
Wells will pop a 3. Bounces away, no good. Fighting for the rebound. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Ashley Berry.
Clarendon Hall showing some pressure here. Well, looked like they were going to show some pressure.
Brooke Corbett has checked in for Clarendon Hall.
It's going to be hard to get in the triangle now.
Yeah.
Down by 11.
Three-point shot missed by Madison Jackson. Sydney Berry in trouble, and Juju D'Souza fouls her. Or maybe a correction, Claire Griffin.
Number 2, Claire Griffin.
Claire Griffin with the foul. First foul of the quarter on either team.
First personal, Griffin. First team foul in the 4th period.
Wells driving down the left side, leaves it off here for a shot. That is no good by McIntosh.
Yeah, McIntosh hadn't got a whole lot of shots off since early. She hit a couple shots early, and they've done a good job keeping the ball out of her hands.
Wayne Turn got a little help from the student section down there on that last call.
Clarendon Hall boys really helped them out on that one. They need that shot.
Long shot is no good by McIntosh. And Ashley Berry.
Number 21, Ashley Berry.
Her first foul and the first team foul of the Saints this quarter.
Of the period.
That's what I was wondering. I wonder how long does it take for Cathedral to kind of start holding the ball a little bit with the other two. Like you mentioned, hard to say trial 2 here. I'd almost bring 10 and good shot there. I'd almost bring 10 and the other girl that are not being denied up top and make them come out and guard them a little bit.
Right.
Which you may see happen here in the next few minutes if they build this lead.
I think you got this lead now. You got to hold it. You got to make them come play your guards.
Which then opens up that middle for Almeida and Griffin to kind of attack.
Shot by Clarendon, no good. Rebound, Berry. She's fouled.
Foul on number 21.
Well, and I think that's kind of hurt the Saints. They've had Berry have to come out and get more help beating the pressure, and the pressure's taking them away from the basket and get those offensive rebounds. When they're doing well, they're attacking the basket, getting fouled, and that's really how to come back here. People say, how do you come back from these leads? Well, you got to score with the clock stop, get to the foul line, just grind it back.
Zoe Pritchard checks back into the Lady Saints lineup.
Yeah, they're about to start the press here after this one, I believe, make or miss. But definitely after the make, you're going to see Clarendon Hall getting a press and see if they can cause a couple of turnovers and climb back in this.
Berry's second shot is short. And rebound by Clarendon Hall, picked up by Mom, saved by Clarendon Hall. Wells on the left side. McIntosh for a three is long. Rebound, Berry rolling, no good, but she's fouled.
It's going to be 4 on D'Souza.
Sydney Berry.
It's going to be 4 on D'Souza.
Draws the fourth foul on
quick,
Juju D'Souza.
Yeah, quick kind of touch fouls there on D'Souza. She's a little frustrated right now.
Yeah, but she did come down on that pretty good. And Berry, again, just attacking. Offensive rebounds and attacking.
Berry with a very unique free throw routine here. Kind of dances her feet a little bit before she shoots it.
Yeah, she made her first couple of first half, but it's really hurting right now not making threes. But maybe she'll get her groove back. But D'Souza out, she's kind of been the third ball handler, too, for Cathedral. So
missed them both. The Cathedral snares the rebound.
Both set of fans calling for the foul on that one.
Yeah.
Jackson gets a loose ball and hooks shot that's no good. Rebound.
There'll be a foul there on 32, I believe, for Cathedral.
And that's their fourth. And all of a sudden, just like we were talking about, the Saints are in the bonus the rest of the quarter.
Yeah.
I say bonus. Is it still called a bonus, I guess?
We call it a bonus.
Yeah, still a bonus.
Yeah.
Just the 1-and-1 is extinct.
Here comes the trap again. Here comes the trap. So let's see if they figured it out and get an easy shot here.
That shot's no good by Clarendon Hall. Here comes Cathedral with Griffin. Claire Griffin there picked up by Macy McIntosh.
Does look more like
Pritchard
straight
on the
man here from Clarendon Hall.
And Pritchard commits the foul. Third foul on Zori Pritchard.
Zori Pritchard, 2 shots.
So what's got to happen, Rip? 4.5 minutes left for the Saints to get back in this thing.
I think you got to increase your pressure and hope you get some turnovers. Try to force the trapping, getting the ball out of the primary ball handler's hands for Cathedral, and making the other girls have to make plays, whether it be out of a trap that you throw at them, making them make the next pass, or maybe it's making them have to try to force shots. Maybe they're not comfortable with the ball in their hands. They're trying to force some shots. But I think that's what you kind of have to do a little bit. I like Cathedral going back to this 1-3-1 trap. I think it really worked. If nothing else, they didn't get turnovers every time, but it caused Cathedral or Clarendon Hall to have some turnovers on the backside. So it wasn't necessarily a steal and a run out for a layup, but
Sydney Berry drives it in the lane. Shot is up and no good. Wells with a rebound. She'll take a shot and hit it.
That is the first Clarendon Hall bucket in a minute.
Yeah, they needed that one, and he got the pressure on. They got to cut her off. They got to get it out of 5 and 10's hands just like that, but she touched it, didn't she?
Yeah, good call. She had looked up. If Jackson looked up there, she had Mom down the court kind of open. D'Souza checks back in, playing on 4 fouls.
Yeah, I mean, Coach realized he's got to have her on the floor to beat this pressure.
I think so. And 4 minutes left state championship. I think you got to roll with her.
Can't let her sit on the bench right there.
It's always a tough question of when you put a kid back in like that.
It is, but up 12, I think Mike could hold on the bench a little bit longer, but I think he realizes the momentum. He does not want this momentum to go Clarendon Hall's way and let them get rolling. I like putting Berry on the ball right there.
Now, again, speaking of speeding up, you're also hoping to speed up Cathedral a little bit here. Maybe you can force them in some bad shots. Of course.
D'Souza rolls one off the rim. No good. And a
foul. They'll be shooting free throws.
Yeah.
So, again, you're not necessarily looking just for the turnover. You're looking to force them into a bad shot, a quick shot, something that you can now speed this game up and give yourself a chance. And being in the bonus rest of the way is a huge difference maker as well.
Second foul on Alameda.
Going to the free throw line, number 12, Mandy Wells.
2 shots for Mandy Wells now that Lady Saints are now in the bonus the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a lot of time left when you're in the bonus right here.
I think you asked what it takes to come back, and I think that's a part of it too. 4 minutes is a long time, and 4 minutes down 12. I mean, like I tell kids all the time, crazier things have happened, and so you've got to keep your mind level and be able to make plays. Hitting some free throws here would help. Clarendon has not been very good for the line.
Six straight free throws, I believe, in this quarter.
And Mom misses
That's
a
kind of
shot.
what you're talking about, though.
Griffin,
Yeah,
no good rebound.
And now they're going back to
Clarendon
the
Hall,
foul
yeah,
line.
another foul.
Yeah.
So again, I mean, Coach Brown over there probably wanting to just break that press and then pull it out is kind of what you would rather do as the coach there. It's hard to give up a layup. Like, you see the layup, you're like, all right, go ahead and layup. But that's 2 in a row that they've missed and then have subsequently fouled and put Clarendon back to the free throw line. Now, as you mentioned, Clarendon has not shot the ball very well at the free throw line in the second half.
I think I got 6 straight misses from the foul line, and then you don't expect to make all of them, but even 4 of them at this point, I mean, it's a lot of different ball games.
Yeah.
Barry has 1 shot remaining.
She makes that one.
Got timeout, Clarendon Hall.
60-second timeout for the Lady Saints. We'll take one, too. We'll be right back on SkeezaTV.net.
Hello. Welcome. Please make yourself comfortable. Okay, let's start by watching a short video.
All kinds of kids like vape inside the bathrooms at school.
They are so easy to hide.
I just kind of tried it because it looked cool.
It looks cool. I want to talk to my parents.
Really easy to get.
Nobody knows.
I don't know how.
My dad's great. He's just not so easy to talk to.
Not feeling like yourself lately? It could be your vape. While you may think it takes the edge off, vaping nicotine makes it harder for your brain to manage feelings of depression, stress, and anxiety. Find frequent support options at scdhec.gov.
And we're back at the Civic Center. 3:44 left in the 2A Girls State Championship game. 44-33 in favor of the Lady Girls of Cathedral Academy, the defending Class 2A state basketball champions. Almeida driving here on Macy McIntosh, leaves it off here with Madison Jackson. Juju D'Souza drives into the lane. She is fouled by Sydney Berry. Should be a second foul on Sydney Berry.
Foul on number 21, Ashley Berry.
Wrong Berry.
Personal on Berry. 13 fouls in the quarter. Personal foul on Clarendon Hall's number 2.
Now we have a Sydney Berry personal foul.
There we go. 2 quick fouls there now puts them in the bonus the rest of the way as well.
And probably not the one you want to foul either.
No.
Well,
I apologize to her for jinxing her on that free throw.
It's that classic announcer jinx.
I know it.
It is real. It's a real thing. Second one's good. Griffin now in double figures with 10. Wells, right side, Harrington, back to Wells. Back to Maggie Harrington. She'll drive in the lane, a little floater is short. A scramble for the ball. The ball is still loose. Berry picks it up and is fouled.
Oh, I think she realizes that's her 5th, and that's the last high school basketball play.
General number 21, Juju D'Souza. That's with her 5th personal foul on Juju D'Souza.
Juju D'Souza finishes an outstanding career as a Cathedral Academy Lady General.
Absolutely. She's a great player.
Number 32, Trinity McLeod. Number 2 on the line, shooting 2, Sydney Berry. Berry makes the first. You have another.
I feel like we said it was 4 minutes, 10 minutes ago. But
I know, it's at 3:05.
Yeah, it's 55 seconds.
Yeah.
And a couple of free throws, they really made it.
Second shot by Berry is good.
Berry has now 10. First Lady State to reach double figures. Jackson gets her pocket pick.
Oh, but off her foot.
Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Cathedral.
I mean, I'm impressed with the effort here at Clarendon Hall, man. They're really hustling. They're not quitting. If they see this thing get under 10 points,
Preacher checks back into the contest for the Saints.
And the ball's loose again. McClam has it and stolen away. Berry off to her sister. Is that a carry?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's hard not to be in such a hurry right now.
Yeah.
But, you know, you still have time to get it to your point guard and let Berry sprint and get it to her down there.
Claire Griffin working on Pritchard. Gets it off here to Almeida.
Expect to see a lot of these two handle the ball here in the stretch.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're great foul shooters. Been there before.
Foul number 4.
McIntosh commits the foul, her first.
You know, it's one thing I'll say as a coach. I haven't prepared my teams enough sometimes for ending a game.
Yep.
And you say, like, don't foul her. Well, what's that mean, coach?
Yeah.
Almeida gets the first shot.
You know, who's going to come trap her, how we're going to rotate, you know. Definitely don't want to foul her.
No.
20 for Jalen Almeida. 47-35, Lady Generals. Saints driving in the front court. Berry with a layup.
Very
good.
Number 21, Ashley Berry.
Oh my goodness. Got to Almeida and good and a foul.
Lost her shoe in the process.
North Charleston is jubilant. Someone in South Carolina is apoplectic.
Yeah, I mean, it's just great hustle play.
Yeah.
I mean, she kind of rolled, but as she was throwing, I don't know if that's a travel.
I actually thought she dribbled as she went down, so I thought it was a travel. So kept the dribble as she went down to the knee and then turned and kicked it out.
It kind of bad luck that it went right to Almeida.
Correct.
You know, and gets the and one. Good
Turner
play.
Hall in the front court with Berry. Sydney Berry, that is. And Wells to Ashley Berry, back to Sydney. Sydney drives, shoots, misses, rebound. River comes out there with it. Under 2 minutes to go, to 13-point lead for Cathedral.
Part of the hard part, too, here is, threes are worth more than twos, and Clarendon hadn't shot the ball particularly well from behind the arc today.
Right.
That's where you can kind of make up some points. Timeout here for Cathedral.
30-second timeout for the Lady Generals.
Timeout on the court.
We'll take one, too. We'll be right back.
Timeout.
People who would litter would stop.
And we're back here for the last 141 of the Class 2A Girls State Championship game. And they handed the ball off to Cathedral before Clarendon Hall got on the court. And it is lucky.
Yeah, kind of a chaotic play there.
Some officials will allow the play to go on or do something to make you come out.
Foul number 10.
That was kind of a quick hand in there.
Cathedral.
Maybe.
Jackson with the foul for Cathedral, and Sydney Berry has 2 shots.
Coach Minton tries to play nice. I just call it like I see it, Coach.
That's just kind of a shocking moment to hand the ball off that quickly.
And the teachers are coming out, and it's one of those things where they say break on the first, we're playing the second, but
and I wasn't over there. I don't know. He might have told him 18 times. I'm not going to judge that.
That's right.
But it didn't look like it from there.
Jackson leaves it out here. Griffin guarded closely by Sydney Berry. And Sydney Berry steals it.
That's a foul, yeah.
And a foul on Griffin on reacting to that.
I want to say that I feel like Clarendon Hall has done everything right to come back in this game except hit free throws.
Except hit free throws and finish on the rim. They had a few shots.
They did.
Around the rim that didn't fall as well.
And once again, you don't expect girls or any player to make all their shots or free throws, but in a comeback, you got to have it.
Yep.
But this team, the Lady Saints, were the lower state 4 seed.
Yes. Barry makes her first.
And they beat a 1 and a 3 to get here to championship Saturday.
Yeah,
So
they played really well. I mean, they've done a good job. And I've been real impressed with Sydney Berry. I mean, if she's played aggressive, she hadn't taken a break, and she's all over the place.
She's got 12, and they're down by 9.
I bet she's got that many offensive rebounds.
Another timeout by Cathedral Academy. 32nd timeout for the Lady Generals.
Full timeout, Generals.
Another commercial. We'll be right back.
Hello, hello. Welcome. Please make yourself comfortable. Okay, let's start by watching a short video.
All kinds of kids like vape inside the bathrooms at school.
They are so easy to hide.
I just kind of tried it because it looked cool.
It looks cool.
I want to talk to my parents.
Really easy to get.
Nobody knows. I don't know how.
My dad's great. He's just not so easy to talk to.
Every year, heavy items such as tires, mattresses, and wood can fall off vehicles, ending up on our roadways, creating hazards for motorists.
And it's not just the heavy stuff. Bottles, cans, and bags of trash can shift and become loose or airborne. Materials that fall from vehicles also make up about half the debris littering the roads, adding to the cost of pickup.
Fasten your items using rope, straps, or a tarp, and double check that your load is secure.
Don't risk it. Secure your load. Visit palmettopride.org to find out more.
And we're back here at the Civic Center, 50-41, 105 to go in this girls' championship game in Class 2A. Cathedral with the ball, lobs it in here. Griffin, double teamed, and trying to get it out of there.
1 minute remaining.
Runs in the front court, picked up there over on the left to Jackson, guarded by Pritchard. And Sydney Berry commits the foul. 3 on Sydney Berry.
Really good job by Griffin getting out of trouble right there.
Lady Saint number 2, Sydney Berry.
Some people might ask, why would Almeida be throwing it in? Because she's the one you want to get it. But she's the one you trust to throw it in.
To throw it in, and then also a lot of times that's the best person to get it back to.
Correct.
You know, so they go to trap somebody else. Well, the inbounder now steps in, and now you got the ball in your best ball handler's hands coming down the court.
Right.
Second shot by Griffin is good. She has 12.
Yeah.
It's 11-point lead for Cathedral. And the ball gets away. It's stolen by Griffin.
She traveled. Good call. She kind of hopped there.
She hopped there. Melvin Waters right there in position to make that call. Wells over here to Sydney Berry. Down here to Pritchard, guarded up by Maura Griffin. Pritchard rolls it in.
Basket, Zoe Pritchard.
Her first 2 points of the game for the senior forward. And Almeida runs into front court, picked up there. McIntosh gives it back out. Madison Jackson. Back out to Griffin. 20 seconds to go. And foul.
Foul is number 4. Second person.
Macy McIntosh commits the foul, her second. 2 shots for Jalen Almeida. She's got 23. She's got 24.
32, 34, 14, and 22 in for the Generals. One shot remaining for Almeida.
Kayla Jones in for Cathedral.
Second shot is good.
25 for Jalen Almeida. Lily Gammons is in, and the senior Almeida will come out. And the senior Claire Griffin will conclude their Lady General career with a second straight state championship and a third straight trip to the championship game.
Yeah, really good job by those 2 girls leading their team.
3-pointer on the way by Sydney Berry is no good. And a foul on the play.
Foul number 32. Timothy McLam.
But, I mean, you do want to give a shout-out to Clarendon Hall. Like I said, coming from a 4 seed.
Oh, yeah, making a big run.
They played really well. And this is a very competitive game. The score's not going to end up, I think, as close as the game, has been. But congratulations, both teams.
Absolutely. Pritchard misses the first one. McKenna Jeffries and
getting a Kurt to call here for
Sydney
Berry,
Macy
McIntosh, the seniors coming off.
They conclude their Clarendon Hall career. And there's cheers, but you would not expect a Lower State 4 to make it to championship Saturday, so they can be really proud of their accomplishments during this tournament. Gammons to bring it up for the last junior across the court line. And the Lady Generals of Cathedral Academy have gone back to back. Final score, Cathedral 54, Clarendon Hall 43. Congrats to head coach Isaac Brown and his Cathedral Academy Lady Generals on their second consecutive state championship. And also congratulations Jackie McIntosh and Johnny Horton and those guys on a great performance this year's state tournament. Guys, it was fun. Let's do it again here in about 10 minutes, shall we?
Yeah, I think we should do it again.
All right, we'll take a break. These two teams will warm up, and we've been looking forward to this next game, Bethesda versus Cathedral. It'll be fun. Hope you'll come around and watch it with us here on SkizaTV.net.
Thank you very much. And you've been watching a presentation of Skiza TV on SkizaTV.net. If you've not downloaded the Boxcast app, do that on your Apple TV 4 device or Roku device. Download Boxcast and then simply tune to Skiza, SCISA. Thank you very much. Now, have a great afternoon.